Hello students, myself Shraddha Agarwal from Holy Hearts Educational Academy. Today I came with class 11 topic that is first chapter some basic concept of chemistry. In this chapter I am going to deal with the topic stoichiometric coefficient, that is part 2. In part 1 we have discussed about the mass concept, mole concept as well as mass mole concept. In this topic we are going to do mass volume concept as well as volume concept as well as limiting reagent also. So, coming to the topic, in this we are going to study about the mass volume concept. Mass volume relationship, that means one of the reactant we have to consider the mass, another we have to consider the volume. It can be either reactant or product. So, calculate the amount of potassium perchlorate needed to supply sufficient oxygen for burning 112 liter of carbon monoxide gas at NTP. Again, the first step is to write down the balanced chemical equation. Carbon monoxide reacts with half moles of oxygen to give you 1 mole of carbon dioxide. So, 1 mole of carbon monoxide reacts with how many moles of oxygen? Half moles, to give you 1 mole of carbon dioxide. So, if I am going to write it in the term of liters, I will write it down. 22.4 liter is equal to 0.5 mole. So, 112 liter equal to x mole. So, x again by unitary method, x is equal to 112 multiplied by 0.5 upon 22.4. It comes to be 2.5 mole. Now, on decomposition of potassium perchlorate, 2 moles of potassium perchlorate gave you how much mole of oxygen? 3 moles of oxygen. That means 2 moles means 245 gram. So, 3 moles of oxygen is produced by the decomposition of 245 gram of potassium perchlorate. Now, to produce 2.5 mole of oxygen, how much gram of KCl should be decomposed? By unitary method, you can calculate y is equal to 245 multiplied by 2.5 divided by 3. It comes to be 204.16 gram. That means on decomposition of 204.16 gram of potassium perchlorate, we get 2.5 moles of oxygen. Now, the next topic will be volume relationship. That means both reactant and product, one of the volume will be given to us, another volume we have to calculate. So, what volume of oxygen at STP is required to affect the complete combustion of 200 centimeter cube of acetylene, and what would be the volume of carbon dioxide formed? So, first step to write down the balanced chemical equation, that is 2 moles of ethine reacts with 5 moles of oxygen to produce 4 moles of carbon dioxide and 2 moles of water. In term of STP, that I am going to convert it into the form of STP, then 2 multiplied by 22,400 centimeter cube, it comes to be 44,800 centimeter cube. 5 multiplied by 22,400 centimeter cube, it comes to be 1,12,000 centimeter cube. 4 multiplied by 22,400 centimeter cube, it comes to be 89,600 centimeter cube. Again 2 multiplied by 22,400 centimeter cube, it comes to be 44,800 centimeter cube of water. So, 44,800 centimeter cube of acetylene require how much gram of oxygen? It comes to be 112,000, that is 1,12,000 centimeter cube of oxygen. Then for 200 centimeter cube of acetylene, how much gram of oxygen is produced? Then by unitary method you can calculate x is equal to 112,000 multiplied by 200 divided by 44800. It comes to 500 centimeter cube at STP. Now, volume of carbon dioxide form. Again, now the second step is to calculate the volume of carbon dioxide. So, 44,800 centimeter cube of ethine produce 89,600 centimeter of carbon dioxide. Now, 200 centimeter cube of acetylene will produce how many gram of carbon dioxide? By unitary method, you can again calculate y is equal to 89,600 multiplied by 200 upon 44,800, it will give you 400 centimeter cube at STP. So, by this method, by unitary method, you can calculate the relationship between the mass, volume, or with respect to any of this. This is known to be stoichiometric coefficient. Now, come to be the next topic, that is limiting reagent. So, the reactant which is present in less amount in a reaction is known to be limiting reagent. For example, if I am going to write down a reaction A plus B2 give you AB2, Now, in this I have to identify the limiting reagent. The first question is 2 moles of A reacts with 3 moles of B. Now, both the unit of A and B, here if I am going to write down the answer, I will write it down. A plus B2 give you AB2. In terms of mole, I will write it down. 1 mole of A reacts with 1 mole of B2 to form 1 mole of AB2. Hence, in my question it is given that 2 moles of A. 2 moles of A reacts with 3 moles of B2. Hence, which one is the limiting reagent? 2. 2 moles, that means A. A is the limiting reagent in this particular question. In second question, A plus B2 give you AB2. So, one atom of A reacts with one molecule of B2 to form one molecule of AB2. Here it is given 300 atoms of A reacts with 200 molecules of B. Among this, which is the limiting reagent? So, for one atom reacts with one molecule. So, to react 300 atoms of A, how much B is required? 300 B is required, but it is given only 200. Hence, B is the limiting reagent. So students, here our topic is completed about the limiting reagent. Now you are going to prepare the notes for this topic and solve the NCERT questions. Thank you.